For years, she had been my anchor, the person I thought was meant to share my life. We'd built a tapestry of memories, dreams, and plans, a future that felt unshakable. But that illusion crumbled the moment I uncovered her betrayal. The pain was sharp, raw, but her response when I confronted her cut even deeper, leaving wounds that refused to heal. It all fell apart on a seemingly ordinary evening. When I got home earlier than usual, a gnawing unease twisting in my gut. As I stepped inside, I noticed her phone vibrating on the kitchen counter. At first, I dismissed it. It wasn't unusual. Lately, she had been distant, her warmth replaced by cool detachment, which I chalked up to stress or a passing phase. How wrong I was. On impulse, I picked up her phone, and what I saw froze my heart. A string of messages from a man I didn't know stared back at me. The words were unmistakable. She had plans to meet him the next day. No room for misinterpretation. The betrayal had been festering in secret for months. When I confronted her, her face went pale, but she didn't flinch, didn't plead. No apologies came. Instead, she looked me square in the eye and delivered a blow sharper than the infidelity itself. "I'm not yours," she said, steady. "I never was." The words echoed in my mind, each one a dagger twisting deeper. How could she say that after everything we'd shared, after years of laughter, tears, and promises, this was her truth? I stood there, numb, staring at the ruins of our life together. She must have sensed a storm brewing inside me, because she tried to justify herself. But her words only fueled my anger. "I never wanted to be chained to one person," she said. "You don't get it. I need more than you can give." Her confession hit me like a slap, stripping away every ounce of love I had poured into her. Something inside me snapped. I had given her my heart, my trust, my everything, and this was a repayment, a cold dismissal of all we had built. I refused to let her walk away thinking she had won. Taking a deep breath, I steadied myself, determined not to show her I was unraveling. "You're right," I said, calm but edged with steel. "You don't belong to me, and I'm not going to plead for someone who doesn't want to stay." For a fleeting moment, her expression softened, as if she expected me to crumble, to beg her to reconsider. But I didn't. I walked to the door, each step solidifying my resolve. I had to show her I wasn't the broken man she thought I'd become. "If you're not mine," I continued, "then you have no claim to anything I built. You know the door. Pack your things and leave. We're done." Her eyes widened, shock replacing confidence. She opened her mouth to argue, but no words came. She hadn't expected this. My refusal to fight for her, my decision to let her go. For the first time, she saw the weight of her choices mirrored in my unwavering stance. She stood frozen, gaze flickering, searching for a way to undo what she had set in motion. She'd never seen this side of me, the man who had always been patient, gentle, forgiving, now resolute, showing no mercy for her betrayal. "I can't believe you're doing this," she stammered, voice trembling. Panic creeping into her eyes as she realized I was no longer hers to manipulate. "Believe it," I said, opening the door wider. "This is the end." She hesitated, rooted in place. No tears, no desperate pleas, no remorse. Only a stare I couldn't decipher, regret, perhaps, or disbelief. Finally, she turned and walked out, step slow, as if unable to grasp the finality. I remained in the doorway long after she left, the silence pressing against me like a physical weight. My heart still ached with her betrayal, but beneath it, a quiet relief began to take hold. I had reclaimed my power. I would no longer let her trample over me. The weeks that followed blurred into routine and reflection. I threw myself into work, rebuilding a sense of normalcy, yet her face haunted me. I wondered if she felt the weight of her actions, if regret ever crossed her mind. Then I reminded myself she didn't care. If she had, she wouldn't have betrayed me in the first place. One evening, sitting in a diner nursing a drink, my phone buzzed. A message from her. "Please, I messed up. I was lost. Can we talk?" I stared at the words, a faint smile tugging at my lips. The woman who had shattered our life, who had walked away without looking back, was now pleading for a second chance. The irony wasn't lost on me. She had underestimated me, assumed I would always wait. But I was done waiting. I took a deep breath, savoring the strength that surged through me. With steady fingers, I typed the simplest, most liberating response. No, it's over. I hit send, set my phone down, and leaned back. For the first time in weeks, I felt unburdened. The chapter with her was closed, sealed by my own hand. She had thought she could break me, but she was wrong. I was stronger than she ever realized, and she would never hurt me again.